Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley. I'm here and welcome to Club Rich, where we
Let
talk
me get
about
the shoe.
everything pop culture. Gotta introduce my unofficial co-host, Mickey. Hey Mickey, how's it going?
What's good with
I don't know how many times I'm gonna call you the unofficial co-host, but we're
you?
gonna keep calling you the unofficial co-host.
Until you
Y'all,
get a
you guys,
co-host.
I planned on being in the studio today, but if y'all look out y'all windows, people in Flint, y'all see why I am at the crib because from what we've been told, it's a possible tornado that might have touched down nearby. So you guys be safe out there and keep a watch of the weather. Anyways, y'all ready to get started with these hot topics and check in below and let me know what you guys are sipping on tonight. I am sipping on a Jamaica shake because I just went to Arby's. Yes, I am one of those people that keeps Arby's in business because they got some good shakes. What you got going on over there, Mickey?
Oh man, just chilling right now. I'm just ready to get into the. Yeah, it says severe thunderstorm warning. That was my alert I just got.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I know I heard a thunderstorm, but I didn't hear anything about the other stuff. I hope it just clears out within the next couple hours because I want to get out and enjoy my Friday evening. You know,
Yes, yes, Lord.
you know. But throw that first topic up there, Mick. Let's.
Okay. Give me a hot second. I was just sharing your information and stuff, but I got you.
Oh
You
yeah,
ready for the first one?
yeah.
Let me go ahead and put that on there. Let me highlight it.
Child, that stuff's small. Anyways, you got Cardi B
What about
report.
that right there? Is that good enough?
Yeah. Cardi B reportedly files a new lawsuit against well, not against, but she's asking the judge basically to make Tasha K cough up that $3 million in debt that she has incurred from her lawsuit. Um, Me personally, if I was Cardi, I would probably at a certain point just leave it alone because she's probably not going to get 3 million out of Tasha K or four. I thought it was four, but she's not going to get that money out that woman. That woman does not have millions of dollars sitting around. I know she doesn't. She can't possibly. Like Mickey, what you think? Should she keep trying to get her coins or should she leave it alone? What you think she should do?
Me personally, I go get my coins when you play. I mean, it's going. I hate it, but I mean, it's the way the game is.
What they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So
Yeah,
I get you on that one. It's just with me, I feel like if I have to spend lawyer money to keep doing this, keep doing that, either you gonna pay for them lawyer fees or I'm just gonna leave it alone.
I got the question for you. What is it that Tasha K exposed that was supposed to be false that she was able to sue her for?
Okay, so from what I collected over time, Tasha K was making up rumors about their daughter at the time. She was like a little baby. Um Stating that Cardi B had like certain STDs and stuff that she knew for certain that she had. So in the process of her doing that, Cardi actually had to turn over her medical records to the court in the attempt to prove that, she was lying on her.
Mm.
So it was that and just a lot of stuff that, she just kept going on and on and on about. Cardi actually asked her to take down the information that she was posting because it was not true. And the girl was like, basically, screw you. I'm gonna put up whatever I want to put up, and either you gonna deal with it or just whatever. And so, she basically went through the chain of commands and said, hey, we're giving you enough ample time to even just take it down. You don't even have to retract your statement. Just take the stuff down. You know that it's wrong. You know it's disrespectful. Take it down. And she said that she's not doing that. So
It comes a time when we have to respect each other. I mean, do you have to go get the money that way? I mean, when you
you know what though? At the same time, like you said, give me my money. Since you want to go this route, I'm going to play. So the route that Tasha K is taking is so just is that from what speculation is she's taking her money because I guess she's married. She's taking their money and put it in like some offshore accounts. They got that going on. She's actually getting ready to file bankruptcy. She's been really kind of like begging the courts, telling them like, "Hey, I don't have it. I don't know where you're gonna get it from, Cardi, but I don't have it." And I'm guessing she's trying to figure out a way to have that included in the bankruptcy, so
I
that way she
understand
doesn't
it.
have to pay it.
I understand it. Hey, this how the big boys play.
It is, but she's not one of the big boys. Like, tycoons do stuff like this. People that actually have,
You got a
you
point.
know, wealth.
Oh, you got a point. I can't argue with you. You got a
Yeah,
point.
like these are for the big dogs. She is definitely not a big dog. She was just someone that went off running her mouth, and guess what? It kind of backfired. So pay that woman her money, though.
Cut the
Pay
check.
her money. Cut that check.
Cut
All
the
right, what's
check.
next on the list, Mick Dog?
Is you ready for it? Just let me know if you ready for it, man.
I don't even know. And you know what's good that we didn't even go over the subjects because I
Mm.
want to be shocked.
Bam.
Oh, child, y'all. Okay, so I've been told
No.
that I don't put enough reality TV in our little talks and stuff. So here's y'all weekly dose of love and hip hop. Voila. So Erica Dixon and Bambi get into an altercation at a restaurant. This is the episode that I seen that was from last week. For people that don't know, Bambi was married to a dude named Lil Scrappy. He's like about 40 years old. He calls himself Lil Scrappy, yes. And Erica Dixon also was at one point in time engaged to the Scrap.
The, sh-
So
the shade is real from you.
the shade is real. Um, so both of them had a relationship. Both of them have kids at separate points in time with that same man. And so Bambi, which is the current wife, actually filed for divorce at that point in time. They're divorced now, like it's all said and done. But at that point in time, they had filed for divorce. It had got kind of nasty because Bambi was involving Erica's now 18-year-old daughter in some
Mm.
confusion that was going on in the household with her and her now ex-husband. So they got into a big altercation, and y'all gonna have to tune in for next week's episode because I'm kind of curious to find out how this situation is going to end. I'm definitely ready for the reunion show because the reunion show is going to be ridiculous. But what's your opinion, Mickey? This is what I was going to ask you. What is your opinion on people attempting to do the blended family situation?
I think personally, because I'm not, I had other siblings, so I think it's bad, man. To be honest with you, like she shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have. If anything, you should want the sibling, his oldest daughter, to know the kids he got with you, because them siblings. You don't want to have that, but
Mm-hmm.
they hating her. That's a tricky situation, man. But it can work out, but it's bad that because she gonna put Scrappy in a situation. How you gonna disrespect his daughter?
Well, one of the factors that I've seen, and it kind of played out on social media within the last couple months too, was that Bambi, which is the current ex-wife now, had made a lot of allegations regarding the ex-girlfriend or fiance Erica, that she was abusing her now 2-year-old's twin daughters and the 18-year-old daughter. So it got to a point that she actually called child protective services and all that kind of stuff. And actually, at the time, Scrappy was in on the ploy. I don't understand what was their, point of all that, but yeah, they had a whole little situation where they were trying to basically get full custody of Amani, which I didn't understand what was the point of doing all that stuff because that girl was a teenager, like really, literally getting ready to graduate high school. Like, what was the point? So it was kind of like, are you guys trying to get her youngest kids taken away from her? And so they had to go through all the court stuff, all the hoopla and stuff for it to be thrown out because no abuse took place.
Now that's some weird stuff right there.
That's low down. So I kind of understand because Erica was ready to pulverize this child when she seen her, and I understand it because it's like, why would you do that to somebody's household that you don't have anything to do with just because you can? Like, child.
It's reality TV. Come on. people to sell their soul to have fame. What up with you, good brother Darius? You
I don't
know,
be seeing no kind of dog on chat
I'm finna
information
put
on.
it up here for you. Let me show you.
Yeah, man. When people be posting their chats, hey Darius, see, make you slipping. You slip in.
I was getting the slide together, but I'm
Oh, okay.
on it.
Never
I
mind.
was getting the slide, but it's good. But I'm just saying that is kind of terrible. I hope they can work that out because listen, we need to show more black love and not more black.
That's why I didn't want to start reviewing it, but people have been asking me to actually make review videos of whole episodes. Um,
Right.
Darius, I think that's what he is doing. He's hiding content.
Nah, she couldn't because she ain't in on 810. If she go look in from 810, she'll see the comments.
Well, I can't because I'm stuck on this app that you got me on. I
Uh,
can't exit out of here.
you right. You right about that.
See,
Hey, how you doing, Melissa Zabrinsky?
Zamrumsky, I think. Hey, Melissa. So what's next on the chopping block?
Hold on, I'm gonna put it up there for you and see why you was just going in on me.
I was.
Bam,
I was.
bam.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm so ready to get into this subject because they talked about it on one of my favorite shows, TGIF, with Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, and Funky Dineva. Shout out to y'all. I'm trying to get y'all on the show too because I love watching them all the time. Y'all check them out. But anyways, so the actor Billy Porter, excuse me, reveals that he had to sell his house due to the financial struggles that this writer's strike has caused him. So in the interview, I'm kind of like taking bits and pieces of the interview or whatever.
Right.
Billy was basically saying that he has been living beyond his means, and because of this is what he said. I'm not even making this up. And because of the writer's strike, he was basically living paycheck to paycheck because he was on that show Pose, I believe, and like he had some other projects that was coming up, and I think he was kind of banking on that income. And with the writer's strike, you're not about to get that income anytime soon. So he's selling his home. My thoughts would be, for one, he made one good valid point that he should have probably thought about. Being in Hollywood is all smoking mirrors. So you have the people that you
Mm,
got the Tom Hanks and people like that got money. They gonna have money. Money ain't gonna never be a shortage for them. They have residuals. They have checks that's gonna come in whether they sleep or whether they won't. They gonna get paid, right?
right.
Then you have the actors that's on the come up. You got your Tubi actors. You got your people that's on these reality shows that they don't get paid that much outside of whatever they get paid per episode. So you have to take your money and, like they were saying on the Breakfast Club, also invest, find a way for your money to triple, double, whatever. Um, Stop getting stuff that you can't pay for. That's like rule number one. God, don't they tell you that when you get grown anyways? Hey man, don't get all these bills because you never know when you can't pay them. Do what you need to do, and then nitpick and get certain things. Get you a necklace here and there. Go get you some nice tennis shoes here and there. But don't make it where you have all this luxurious stuff
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have nowhere to go home to. Like, I, I'm really disappointed. I really am. I had to be honest with you. I'm kind of disappointed in his choice of financial responsibility or lack of.
That he don't have none. In 2023, you would think of everything that what we done seen from people who had it and blew it. You mean to say you would live above your means, not
He
go?
said it. He said it.
I
and
mean, at least he admitted it. You know what I'm saying? He did admit it, but I'm just saying that's rough.
and a piece of information that I had found out a couple months back. He
Talk
was
to me.
actually a artist, a music recording artist, like in the very early 90s, like 92, 93. Like he had actual songs and stuff out that was pretty good.
Hmm.
Um, he's been on the scene for a very, very, very long time. So you would think over the course of 30 plus years that you would kind of, understand, hey, you might be hot today, but you might be colder. than an ice cube next week. So you got to kind of take your moments and make the best out of them. Yeah, it's okay to get you, your little knickknacks or whatever stuff that you like, your little bags here and there and all that kind of stuff. But make sure your home is taken care of first, because when everything is all said and done, you have to have somewhere to lay your head.
Yeah.
So
I
you
mean,
got to have all these purses and dresses, and when he goes to award shows, he shows out. So you got all these ridiculous dresses, and I'm pretty sure he was probably living like the Liberace esque type
but
deal,
but
but
but this my thing. What I see with a lot of stars that be confusing me. How do you go get a crib? Okay, you got a 30-40 million dollar crib. No, you have a 30-40 million dollar mortgage. How you only pulling in 5 million, but you want to go get a house?
30 million.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense. You got to go get a Bentley. That's a 500,000. Even like when they was getting them Lamborghinis, they stick shit. If the clutch burn out, that's like 50,000 every time. To get a clutch, it's like they financial literacy is like I need to bring a financial coach on.
Please do. Oh, hold on. I got trust and believe, y'all. I got that in the future. I ain't gonna get too many details, but I got someone that's close to the scene that I'm gonna get on to talk about some financial situations with this. So I'm
No,
just trying to get they're pretty popular, so their schedule is a little.
do he need to negotiate better deals? Because, like I said, like you said, he had that movie Pose out. What is it that you wasn't getting that you couldn't have?
No,
Well, he said he got to sell his house, so he owned it. But what is
thing
it
of
that?
it is though, you got to think about it. The show Pose, I think it came on like HBO or one of those popular channels. But once the season goes off, you might get your little residuals and stuff. But eventually, you might get $1,000 a month for residuals or however quarterly. But you might end up 10 years down the line, you might get $3.20 in residuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never going to be a situation where you do a TV show and you're set for life. So you have to keep continuously working. So I'm guessing he was banking from what I heard on other movies, gigs, and all that kind of stuff, and he thought that was going to be his way to stay afloat.
Maybe he should have went to Tubi.
Hey, child. Hey, I got some stuff in line for Tubi. Y'all gonna see Ash Dog on Tubi very, very, very soon. I already made my connects, cause child, y'all can cut me a check.
We going the independent route about it anyway. 810 finna be getting in the movie business.
That's
Just give
fine too.
just
I'm gonna
give
be
us
on
a
there.
few
I
seconds.
want my checks. Do you hear me? My checks.
Give us a few seconds. We gonna get everything worked out. We in entertainment,
Yeah. So,
music.
yeah, that's a very unfortunate situation. I just think that should be a lesson to a lot of us common folk. Because a lot of us,
Right.
I go out somewhere and you see Gucci belts and stuff and all this kind of other stuff, and I'm sitting here like, you getting in somebody else's car, or you ain't even got a car at all, but you have enough nerve to buy. People need to start listening to financial advisors. I'm thinking when I get to a point in my career where I'm pulling in the big bucks, I'm definitely going to have me a financial advisor, because you have to take your money and use it wisely. You don't ever know when you might have a slow day. So,
No, really, I feel this. Every person, if you got a job, and Melissa, I tried my best blaming on my on my mind and not my heart. Misspelling,
what happened?
saying she said good try saying her last name Zabrinsky. I just
Oh,
seen the comment. I thought I was trying. No, you. I mean, okay. Back to the. My thing is like with the Gucci stuff we seeing all this. Even with you having a job, I mean, you could splurge on yourself. This is my thing. I feel like that if you got all your priorities together, go ahead. But I feel every person still should have a business. That's what I was lost my train of thought. Should have a
business
business,
or some kind of income
right?
that is steady.
Because like from this example with him, the writers block. I mean, a strike that's going on.
Hmm.
And this was all your money. You was banking it on one thing. You need to have some other residuals going on for like some. If this ain't popping, you still got something coming on the other side.
And he did not plan.
Yeah, You know, sometimes when the money coming, you be thinking it's gonna last forever.
I, ugh. Heh.
I
I
mean, it,
I wish that people would get out of the mentality of thinking the flashier, the better, the more expensive, the better, the more attention you get, the better. Like it does not cause for all that all the time, you know.
no, I don't.
So let's get off this subject because I'm getting ticked blowing all that money.
You'll be all right. You ready for the next one?
Hmm.
Did you even look at these stories when you were sending them to me? They getting stranger by the moment.
Oh, that's why I picked him. Child, he was a running back.
No, he was a wide receiver
He was a
football
wide
player.
receiver.
Yep.
Why I feel like I had a story with a wide receiver, Henry Ruggs.
Yep, Ruggs from Alabama that was drafted by was it Las Vegas Raiders.
So you know a little bit more than I do. I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
thrown off by the. I remember this story a while back when the young man fatally killed a woman and her dog, and it was actually recorded. I think by his girlfriend at the time. They actually recorded the scene of the accident, and it was
Mm.
horrible. The worst thing that you could ever see. I'm just trying to figure out how did it make it to the internet. Um, but yeah, he was sentenced to what, up to 10 years for that situation.
3 to 10, but that's what I'm tripping on. Like, shit.
That's murder, dude. Manslaughter. I know it ain't murder. It's a difference because murder you going and intentionally doing it. This is still manslaughter because you still took a life, well, two lives. So 10 years, that's kind of lenient. Then you got Tory Lanez down the street. He got 10 years for shooting somebody. So I'm like, the crime and the punishment ain't adding up. Like, if you kill somebody and all you got to do is go sit down somewhere for 10 years, the child ain't nothing but 20 something, so he'll be in his 30s when he get out.
Shit said 3 to 10. Shit, good behavior. He might be on 3, but his career over. I mean, he had a career, but that's what I'm saying. You was doing 140 some miles and man, had it all and lost it all.
So many ignorant uh, athletes, like it's become like a trend. The
I,
bottom barrel, what
you
they
can't you can't really say athlete because just think about the people around here driving cars, crashing into people, killing themselves. It's
I'll
just
be so glad when they stop making Chrysler need to just shut down. I mean, Dodge need to just shut down. I hate anything that got to do with Dodge. I'm tired of them. Throw the Dodges in the river. These people get all the Dodges that you can think of, Rangos, Charger, all that stuff. They get them and start driving like idiots around here. They got a whole club that I
no, they
heard
do.
of. Yeah, they be up at Club Sunoco.
But this the thing. I feel they should give them some place to go do that at. For they can do that, but not just because, like
I
I
don't do
said,
it on the regular street because you putting other people in danger.
yes, yes.
I'm so tired of them folks. I know a couple of the idiots that got these cars. Trust me, I know a couple of them, and they just go overboard. They want to see how fast they can go on a regular street and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just like,
They should give them a place where they could do that. Do that at.
yeah. So, um, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that story really, really quick because I'm like, up to 10 years, and you
When
kill someone. Mm,
he lucky 3 to 10, but listen, if you got
child,
the money for a
like
lawyer, you can.
that. He
I
definitely
thought
gone longer than that.
I thought he was gonna get 20
At least
personally.
that's the minimum should have been
Yeah.
20.
I mean, hey, he still got his life. Maybe he can refix it, get it together, but that football is over.
No, I think that at this point in time, he probably needs to use his time to show others. Don't be an idiot. You know how
Yeah.
a lot of people, criminals, they come out and they're very enlightened and their mind is in a different place. Maybe he would be one of those individuals that come out and have a new way of thinking. And of course, he is because he'll have some years taken away from his life to think and
Yeah,
go over what happened.
then
So
you got to think you blew your NFL career if you
blue.
even had one because you're still young. But how many people you see? I mean, anything possible if they even had you back. See, you already showed that They gave you $1 million and you just speed 140 with your pregnant girlfriend in the car.
Yeah, that child. Next subject,
No,
people.
that was. Hold on, let me go back in and see what other one that you get. 'Cause that was, I think that was the last one
I
I
maybe
had.
one more on deck.
Hold on, I'm finna find it.
Mm, mm,
I'm
mm,
finna
mm,
find it.
mm. You got any people in the chat
No,
pop?
that was the only one you gave me.
Really, I had another set of three that I thought I sent.
Nope, that was it. Cause all I got is hold up. You know what was it? No, cause that was back in July. Nope,
Oh,
that
well,
was it.
it's cool though.
Yep, that
Um,
was it. That you sent.
let me see. Trying to think what else I want to touch on before I get off. Child, this Alabama stuff with these chairs.
Nah, no,
I
you bet not do
wish
it.
I had a snippet for y'all, but everybody has seen it. Um, let me. I'm a tiptoe on it because I ain't gonna sit completely on the subject. This is my thing. One thing I don't want to happen. I don't want stuff to be turned into a race war. I don't. I think that on one side, I think uh, black people are kind of tired of the racist white people, not white people, because I don't want them to all be put in one group. I'm talking about the racist, ignorant bigots. That's who we're tired of. So the fact that people are fighting back and really just standing up for themselves, I'm proud of them for that. But at the same time, I don't want it to ever get to a point where people feel like they have just any kind of excuse to incite violence now. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I agree with you with that because I don't want it to take it like, you know,
No.
I feel you. But now I wish they would take this where we'll start spinning with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's take it, be on unity on that aspect of it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, because sometimes, yeah, I mean that was wrong with the. Like I said, I don't condone violence. We not saying this what you do, but you can't just jump on somebody.
And
But
not
when it's
any kind of consequence.
yeah, when there's
Now,
no respect, see that's what it is. There's no respect.
on the flip side of the game, I think that everybody was just kind of like, I'm taking this opportunity to let out my frustration. It got way out of hand. Now everybody's been doing that, they giggles and laughs about it, but it got way too out of hand. That's what I didn't like. Because at the end of the day, um, it's one thing when it's self defense. So the people that stood up for the older guy, okay, I get it. But when it turns into an all out brawl and I'm about to go get a chair, I'm gonna go get a hammer, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that's when it's a snowball.
Nah, I mean, nah, in war, it's casualties. Like, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
to me, it's the respect thing. Like, should nobody have to tell you this could have? And I'm with you with that, Juwan Sean. I'm glad it didn't get to gunpoint for real. I'm happy with that, but see, little things like that, you can't be. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like if they would learn how to respect. See, that's the problem. It's no respect
yeah. And
because if
I think that's where everything is boiled down to. People feel like they're not being respected. So when you feel like you're not being respected, you gotta think about it. It's been times where I feel like I haven't been respected in certain situations, and I might lash out and respond the way that I respond. Is it always the correct way of responding? No. But when a person is angry, they're angry. That's
but
it. They
but
hate.
but this wasn't one of them situations. This was, and it's
It was
just my
blatant disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And then,
to,
um,
to me, it was like I'm gonna just say it to me, it was racism to me, and I'm
it
gonna
was.
tell you why I get from that point. Like if he was asking them to move it, and they was trying to bring the ferry, and should nobody have to ask you, they already know what's going on. I done seen certain things,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I seen it on the council.
Uh
I,
oh.
I'm just being honest with you. I seen certain things where, and I don't want to bring your show into that, but I'm just saying I done seen it where
What you feel like is one sided sometimes.
yeah, a whole bunch of bias. I,
Mm.
I, I seen like it coming from the chairs. Like I said, Judy Priestley, she done showed me something I ain't gonna lie and say I wouldn't hit,
I
but I
want to
knew
start watching these. Y'all,
uh, it's
people
a
that
headache.
councils, please start watching them because I think I've watched one as of lately, and that's
No,
because it was probably on a day that I was recording with AD, and I actually watched it
right.
right before I came on.
Even with Liddell Lewis, even her. See, we get, I'll make my point. We can get off of this. You can shut it down however you want to do it. From this, we got 6 blacks now on council. We had 5 previous until the 7th Ward Councilwoman Hokenroder stepped down, and they can't get no money to go on vote up north of the Flint River. Get nothing. Couldn't even get the House of Esther. But yet, but yet, we always can put something downtown. We can put something on Miller Road, and I'm not knocking the councilman from the 8th Ward for what he do. It's not his fault that he can get votes to help his side. I mean, to help his ward. It's
Mm.
sad that, and bad as the north side is, that you got at least 3 to 4 council people on that side.
Yeah, yeah.
The 2nd and 3rd ward is definitely terrible for how they treat their ward. But that's another story. But go ahead.
Different story for a different. Now, I thank you for bringing those perspectives on. I really think that the mentality that people need to start embracing is that it's more strength in numbers. So division doesn't do anything but cause more chaos and confusion. And it just pays in general just not to be racist and ignorant to begin with. Like, what is the point? What is the point? Nobody's going anywhere. So you can hate all of one race if you want to. They're not going anywhere. So you might as well respect it and keep it pushing.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Respect it to keep it pushing. I'm so mad that you didn't get the rest of these doggone
I wish you'd have sent them to me. I ain't get it. I'm right here. Look.
like a good batch. I don't know if the second batch just didn't go through. I'm trying to think off the top of my dome what else I had going on. We did kind of touch on the Tory Lanez, but we go ahead. Tory Lanez, the singer, rapper, whatever you want to call him, got sentenced to up to what is it, 10 years?
Yep, 10 years.
Was it 6 to 10?
I didn't. I got to go back and look at it. But damn, is this, they dealing with these entertainers, ain't they?
Man, I'm telling you. Oh, this is one of the subjects that I just was reading, and I had to kind of touch on this too because everybody always talks about how ignorant the rapper Boosie is, but he did something within the last 24 hours that I actually respected. So he did an interview with Vlad TV, which is one of his favorite places to interview. Um, and basically, they were stating that after he got arrested a couple months back for having a gun, and he's a convicted felon, um, he actually decided to sell one of his Rolls Royces. Now, I believe that I'm quoting, but I might not be quoting. He sold it for 350,000, I think,
Mm.
something around there, and he sold it to a boxer. I'm trying to think which boxer it was, but anyways, he was just stating on there because the rapper Kodak Black was basically kind of teasing him about him selling the car or whatever. And Boosie just kind of broke it down, and it kind of ties in with the Billy Porter situation. He said, "Hey, I got into legal trouble. I sold my car so I could be able to have the lawyer fees covered, all the court fees and all that stuff covered, and still have a couple dollars saved to the side for whatever happens with that situation." So I thought that was very smart of Boosie. He said, I have several cars. That car was a little bit older. Somebody wanted it. I sold it, but at the same time, it was good timing because I needed it for court purposes. So
Smart man.
smart man, and it's crazy how people get clowned for being financially responsible. Because I don't see anything wrong with him selling a car. Like rappers buy and sell cars all the time. So I didn't understand what was so hilarious about him selling a car. I guess it was because somebody felt like, you weak because you sold your car because you in legal trouble. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right, that's what you get it for. You can always get that back.
And he's like, I can go and easily buy another car that probably costs more than that. But why would I do that when I could just take this money and handle my court proceedings and, do things accordingly? Smart man, Boosie. Smart. Smart. We don't have to try to get him on the podcast.
I can't afford them. I can tell you right now, if they doing it for zero, they come on. We
It's
need
some people
help.
I done reached out to, and they manager be like, "This is the bag," and I'm like, "So for a podcast on a streaming app, that's how much you really want?" Yeah, that probably ain't gonna happen no time soon.
Yeah, one foot there.
More power to him, right?
That right, more. I ain't gonna tell you not to get your money. Get your money.
But yeah.
You ain't gonna get it from
Anyways,
here.
I think that's it for this episode. Thank y'all for being concerned last week. I had a family member that had some health issues, so I was, playing it cool last week and just being in the mix with family. Y'all stay tuned for tomorrow. Is what is it? Who's first on the list tomorrow? Because I always mess it up.
Reverend Thrill, Kev.
I was about to say it, but I knew I was gonna probably mess it up.
Let's talk. It's called Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it with Reverend Trailkill. I likes that. And then y'all tune back in Sunday. I'll be having my weekend nightcap. I gotta actually wait on this storm to pass so I can get out and start, roaming the streets and letting y'all know what's popping in Flint. And we're gonna kind of touch on A10 day too, because I'm gonna save that subject for that day.
And we're gonna get some of the local rappers on. I gotta reach out to 'cause I done locked in with a couple of the managers here, so I don't know what I got in surprise for you.
My little ring.
We're gonna put something together for you. Don't worry about it.
All right, all right, all right. Well, um, we'll see you guys Sunday. Sunday. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Peace.